So my thoughts on AI music. I figured I'd just talk about it for a second. I had some blood drawn because I'm an old man. Uh, I think AI music. This is the second video I've done. The first video I did was like 2 years ago, I think, when it was starting to take off. But it's like here now, and I think of course it's here to stay, and it's gonna take jobs. It's gonna take the job of people, I think, even who do movie music, people who do commercials, um, commercial music, movie music. There'll still be film scores. There'll still be themes. I think musicians will have. There will be a market for people wanting specific composers to write either themes or jingles or something like that. But I think overall, it probably will take over a lot in that sense. Because why pay a musician or composer to write your stuff when you can write a prompt and it's going to give you essentially original music at little to zero cost? So it's just economical. It's here to stay, and there's nothing we can do about it. I think the way you can survive in this type of world is to add value and to be an artist, be original, have your own voice, create something that's true to you that will resonate with other people. And so I think there'll always be a market for that. Basically, the artist, to be an original artist, people will always love that. People always will want music made by a human being. I know I'm not listening to the Velvet Sundown or the Velvet Spike My Drink or whatever, and I don't really want to listen to that music. I'd rather listen to Bach than that. I'd rather listen to the Well-Tempered Clavier for the rest of my life than listen to AI music. Just doesn't resonate with me. But will I watch a movie with AI music? Of course, we're all going to. Will I watch shows with AI music? Absolutely, we're all going to be. And that's fine. If it creates an effect, if you need some dissonant chords for a chase scene or some suspenseful music, there'll be an AI program that's going to write. It's gonna be easy to compose. And I mean, will it be good? That's debatable. Will it be artistically relevant? That's also debatable. And ultimately, I don't know if it's even debatable. It's just going to be what it's going to be, if that makes sense. It's going to be a part of the ecosystem, just like the internet and YouTube is a part of our ecosystem, part of our lives now. There's going to be no escaping it. And I think, like I said in the beginning, it's going to take jobs. It's going to take jobs, especially for movies, TV shows, jingles, commercial music. What are your tips for beginners with guitar? I would say learn your open chords. Learn your open chords first. Maybe learn how to strum. It depends on what you want to do with guitar too. If you want to learn classical guitar, that's a whole different structure of playing. You're going to learn to play with your fingers. It's a whole different style. It depends on what style you want to learn. There's a bunch of different styles, but I think as a general rule, it's never a bad idea to start with just learning how to strum and learning some open chords. Same person asked, should I learn electric or acoustic first? Whatever you want, whatever music speaks to you. I was a big fan. I liked steel string guitar. I was a big fan of Dave Matthews Band, and he was an unorthodox guitar player, Dave Matthews. He'd do riffs like this. Somebody's asking me if I believe in Joe Hendry. No. Nope. Don't believe in Joe Hendry. Do you have any arch pyre? Yes, I've got a couple arch tops. I have one right over here. Is it important to learn how to play and sing with guitar? If you want to learn, if you that's what you want to learn. I think with music, ultimately, if this will become a little Q&A session, if you have to pick something that you would like to do. I know when I started playing music, I wanted to learn slap bass. And so I headed towards that road of learning slap bass. Then eventually I got really into composition. So you're going to ride waves with your musical journey. I started with bass, and then I got into classical guitar, classical music, and then I got into composition, which is sort of my main love. I've been composing since I was about 14 years old, and heard Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and along with probably millions of, maybe a billion people around the world, was like, oh, this is cool. And there it was. There was my foray into classical music, was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, especially the first movement, or the first movement, the second movement, the waltz movement in 3/4. What kind of content do I create? I'm a composer, so I've got a bunch of score videos and music available on this channel. If you go to the videos tab, there's a piano sonata, some clips, some videos of my string quartet, a couple of them score videos. But yeah, I do guitar tips, and I'm a composer, and I write music. I write music for other people to play. You know, I have a flute piece. I've got pieces for bass, flute, and guitar. I call them Modern Trio. I have 4 of those recorded. Like I said, piano sonata, some solo flute music, some solo violin music, some solo marimba music. I have a piece for marimba and flute that I called Infinite Fire, which I really like. I'm really proud of my string quartet as well, and the piano sonata. Sir, can you play? Can you play Let It Happen, please? Don't know that song. Same fellow's asking me where am I from. I'm from California. I'm in California. But anyways, this whole live stream is about AI music. Yeah, I think it's coming for jobs, and it's okay. It's, you know, did the guy who make horseshoes object when cars came around? And yeah, the guy who made horseshoes thought it was terrible when cars were becoming popular and affordable. He thought, man, what's going to happen to my horseshoe business? Well, guess what? Your horseshoe business is going to go out of business. So that's just the name of the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game, as they say. So, but like I said, I think there's always going to be a market, to use that term. I hate that term, but there'll always be a market for human interaction and genuine connection between people and an artist and a music or musician or any sort of art that people are making, whether it's visual art, musical art, anything. There'll always be a market for human created things, always. That's not going to go away. It's just a matter of how we as artists want to continue forward in this landscape. So I like talking about guitar. I like talking about scales and things like that, and just different ways to do scales. I had a couple videos go pretty big recently where I did this, and I said a lot of guitar players get stuck there. And then I did a version of the pentatonic where you're shifting around. And is that the only way to do the pentatonic scale? No. Gosh, shoot. And that's just the only pentatonic scale. I could go. I don't even think I could exhaust all the ways you could play a pentatonic scale here. It would take so long to do. If you wanted to do some string crossings, there's going to be a ton of ways to play a pentatonic scale. That's not, I can go over all the ways. Maybe I'll make a video about that, just all the different ways to do a pentatonic scale. As another video of mine went kind of, I'll say viral for me at least, was a video of me just playing this. It's kind of funny that it got so much. It's got like 87,000 views, but it's just me doing this. So basically, I'm playing the same riff in about 10 different positions on the guitar. So on the sheet music, it's just going to look. The sheet music will look exactly the same, but I found about 10 different ways to go. You know, so guitar is interesting in that respect, where you can move things around, and it's very situational dependent. So you can play Donna Lee. I haven't played in a while. Oh my gosh. And I've seen people play that in so many different positions on the guitar. And I love seeing how different guitar players approach it, because there's no good way to play Donna Lee. It's such a beast of a lick. I found the least amount of strings made it easiest. For instance, this line. I always struggled with that one. Ah. I mean, I've played that in so many different positions, and I found, and it's not the most efficient way. I mean, I could, you know, I've done it there, but then it's between 4 strings, and you've got a lot more string crossings, and it gets a little wonky with the string crossings, and there's just no good way to play it. So Donna Lee's a fun riff where I'm always like, where's he playing it? Where's he playing that part? Nobody plays it in the same spot. It's so funny. Do you also like electric? Do you also? Thank you for watching from India. I'm not a good rock player. I mean, I can. Yeah, I you know, it's not really my thing, but I mean, I'm not really much of a shred guy. I'm kind of more of a jazz guy, jazz and classical, but. Oh, whatever disease I have, you can beat it. Oh, that's kind. I didn't know I had a disease. As far as I know, I don't, but I appreciate the support. SRV. Stevie Ray Vaughan was a huge influence for me. Gosh, that was mad. I mean, I was a big Stevie Ray Vaughan fan. I was kind of a blues player too. I really liked blues. Stevie Ray never do that though. He wouldn't do this. On the A chord, he wouldn't do that. Bro, look at my message before, please. Joel says. Joel. I'm a beginner, just getting fret buzz. Just because I got my guitar today, please help. I've been playing guitars for 27 years, 24 years. I still get fret buzz. There's just you gotta, so you be accurate with both hands. And fret buzz is a part of the instrument. It's part of the sound. You're going to have some buzz. There's going to be sliding between the things. There's going to be, you know, I mean, like I said, I still hit wrong notes. It's going to happen. Some people don't. Some of those people really don't. I have not heard a lot of jazz, but it's also cool. Yeah. Yeah, I say check out Joe Pass. I was also a bass player, so the first time I heard Joe Pass, can you also sing? Yeah, I sing all the time. Not on this channel, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I was a big fan of Joe Pass. So I was going to come on and talk about AI music, but whatever. I kind of already did. It's coming for jobs, be an artist, develop a a relationship with the people around you. Love people. Can you play Footloose, please? I don't know any Footloose songs. I played the musical once on guitar, actually, when I was like in high school, like a senior in high school. Never heard it again. Footloose. Play hell's bells, no balls. That's all you get. Come on, sing it, friend. Maybe one day I'll sing on here. This is a jazz standard I've been enjoying singing lately. You'd be so nice to come home. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while breezes on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars filled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice. You'd be paradise to come home to and love. Tried to do a backflip and ended up in a wheel. Went horribly wrong and ended up in a wheelchair. That's unfortunate. Hope you can recover. Yes. So this is long, definitely already way too long of a live stream. So, yeah. Do I know a band named Skillet? But people are watching. Maybe I'll be on for another 2 minutes. But yeah, my back's hurting, so I'm probably gonna get off here and do some stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll play a jazz standard. I was trying to. I've been playing jazz on this guitar is no bueno. White Stripes. Everybody loves the White Stripes. I love all their song. I love the White Stripes. All that great song. What kind of SG is that? I don't know. My cousin gave me this guitar. It's kind of, I just use it more as like a practice guitar to sit in here. The ESP Viper 300. He was nice for giving it to me, so. Where do I press on the string fretboard? Mine's consistently hitting the fretboard. So you want to aim either in the middle or slightly towards the front of the fret. Either in the middle or slightly towards the front. So you don't want to be towards the back, right? So if I'm towards the back, I'm going to get the buzz. If I'm towards the front, I'm going to start to get a buzz. So you want to be almost not in the direct center, but technically right about here. So. But, yeah. Yeah, but just practice. Keep playing, play every day as much as you can. That's my advice, and that's the only way. It's the only way to do anything. Be obsessed. All right, this is way too. I keep saying this is way too long. Last live stream was like 40 minutes of just me rambling and picking away at the guitar, noodling, just full noodle festival. But if you're a guitar player, put in the comments you're a guitar player. If you're a bass player, put you're a bass player. And if you'd like to see me put things you'd like me to make shorts about or do a full video about, I was going to do like a full video about octave shapes. This was supposed to be about AI. People asking about guitar, which I really appreciate. But yeah, that's kind of it. Said all I needed to say. Now this is just burning time. But does anyone watch the Sore Hands channel? I wonder if Mr. Sore Hands will find this video. Big fan of Sore Hands. So if he ever finds me, he followed me on Instagram. So Sore Hands, you're a silly goose. I appreciate that. I appreciate silly goose people. He'd hate me though. He'd hate me because I'm like the anti. I play classical guitar and I do arranging, but I'm like the anti-elitist. You know, just like make sounds. Don't play with nails. Play the guitar. Learn classical on tab. Oh no. You know, that's like that's blasphemy. You want to talk about blasphemy? Learning classical guitar with tab. Woo! Oh man, you just straight to the fiery pits of doom with you if you're learning classical guitar with tab. Like that's like, you know. I know Alice in Chains Nutshell. No, I don't. Big Alice in Chains fan though. Love Alice in Chains. I really don't know much Alice in Chains. Good tune. Alright, y'all. I appreciate you all. I don't know, like I said, rambling live stream. But hopefully you found this informative or maybe entertaining. I don't know. I'll talk maybe some more about classical guitar, composition. Question, is Lion's guitar any good? Never heard of him. But if it's the guitar that's in your hands and the one that you're playing, that's the guitar you want. Do not know any Foo Fighters. And I'm not tuned in drop D, so I can't play the one song. The song that is ever long in our ears. Again, like I said, this live stream is already far past it. It was only supposed to be like 10 minutes. We're like already freaking 23 minutes. Like, dude, this is crazy. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. So, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Eric Clapton. Do I know Dire Straits? Nope. Nope. Eric Clapton. I do know some Eric Clapton. When I was a kid, was I in a band? Yeah, I played bass in a band. And then I played bass, and the big bass you see in the back there, played that in the orchestra. I know of Buckethead. I don't know how to play any Buckethead. I know he's just a... Aw, Garav. What's your favorite band? Your song hits hard at 0% volume. Sick burn, bro. The sickest burn. So burned. Oh, so burned. Garav. I'm gonna check out your music, Mr. Garav. What type of music do I listen to? It depends on the day. I was listening to a lot of Waylon Jennings for a while there. Or not Waylon Jennings. Yeah. I was listening to a bunch of Waylon Jennings recently. But then I was also listening to a bunch of Gypsy Kings and a bunch of Bach. And then I go through waves. It depends on the season. Sometimes it's nothing but Tool and Offspring, and other times it's Waylon Jennings and Dave Matthews. So take that for what it's worth. Depends on the season, or otherwise, it's dance hall reggae. Like Sizzla or Capleton. Sizzla, Capleton, Buju Banton. Like dance hall reggae. Like I said, depends on what you're listening to, man. Depends on the vibe, bro. Depends on what you're feeling in that moment. That's what you listen to. So, but do the best you can. Tell the people you love them. Life is short. Be there for the people you love. That's all you can do in this life. This was a talking video. I wasn't even supposed. The guitar's a prop. This isn't even. I'm not even. I know there's some stuff I play. I'll play this original song that I wrote. This is a piece called "Float." I played it on every live stream, so I might as well keep playing it. All right. All right. Good night. Good morning. Goodbye. See you on the next one.